I tried telling people around a year ago I did this video, a recession is coming, here's how I know. I would highly recommend you go and watch this video. I'll put a link down in the description box. Now I understand the title of that video does sound kind of arrogant and maybe a little bit, but really it's not, because if you go and watch that video, you'll see that what I map out is not rocket science. There's some very basic understandings that are needed, but then after you get those pillars out of the way, like I said, it makes it very kind of self-evident, and finally those things are starting to be in motion, and there's a key bit of data that I want you to continue to watch. Again, I talked about it in that video, but when you watch this and when you see what's already happened, you should see that, okay, things are not looking good at all. And I get it, the Federal Reserve can say things and politicians can say things, but it's this bit of data that reveals just how fragile a situation we are in. And in my opinion, I have no proof of this, but I'm questioning how long is this data gonna actually be publicly available? Because when you see stuff like this, it's not looking good, and it explains just how nasty things are and how nasty things can get and how quickly it can all unravel. So what we're looking at here is the Fed balance sheet, and I keep recommending and I keep referring back to it because please go watch that video I referred to, because all this stuff is gonna make way more sense and it's actually interesting and you need to be informed on these things. But like I said, from this point forward, I will assume you watched that video. So we're looking at the Fed balance sheet here, and the peak of it was down here on Wednesday, April 13th. So if you look down below, you can see as I scroll back and forth, the dates change, but at the peak here was April 13th. In back in 2021, or excuse me, 2022. But the key thing to note is this right here. Do you notice this big spike, this big line that went up? That was 1 week. But let's think about this. So we'll move this over here, and the last time that the balance sheet was at that amount was back here in November. But let's count how many weeks. So we had 1 week, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 weeks just got wiped away. 16 weeks of progress just got wiped away in 1 week. I'm going to say that one more time. 16 weeks of progress was wiped away in 1 week. And you know what? I am fully I can't say for certain, but watch this. Continue to monitor this with me. I would say that the next update we get shows that, that's the question. Does this next week wipe away all the progress we've made since it got started? We'll see what happens, but that right there should summarize everything. 16 weeks of progress in reducing the balance sheet wiped away in 1 single week. And that's really all I have for you in this video. But when you go and combine that with the other video that I'm assuming you watched, you should see that, oh, yeah, it's easy to say things and it's easy to say things will occur and play out. But when things get even a little shaky that fast, the money printers get turned back on. And yeah, sure, maybe some of these problems are alleviated in one form, but it's going to be at the hidden cost of more money being printed, more inflation that is going to enter into the system. So yeah, buckle up. We'll see how things continue to play out, but absolutely crazy. What was it? Either 15 or 16 weeks of progress wiped away, boom, in 1 week. That is bonkers. So keep an eye on that data point, or keep an eye on that chart. I'll put a link down below so that you can also monitor that. But yeah, that's the data point. That's the chart that I think reveals everything, and we'll see how long the government keeps it public. I will give credit where credit's due. I appreciate the government making that public, but are they going to continue to have this be the case? We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, what are your thoughts on all this? Let me know down in the comment section below. But yes, I tried telling people, hopefully you listened a year ago. Hopefully you're in a better position now so that you can start to take advantage of the opportunities that seem to be right around the corner, if not happening right now before our very eyes. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.